Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Wulfenite.insights. Today we are doing a past life reading. Today I actually want you to think of someone and I want you to focus on this person, ground yourself, center yourself, take a couple deep breaths, and then ask the universe if you had a past life with this person or not. And once you've asked these questions, look at these four piles on the table and pick the pile in which you are most drawn to. You can pick pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I would suggest that you think of one person at a time when you ask this question so that the number that you are drawn to first represents you and that person's relationship. And then if you think of someone else, go back to the beginning of this video, ground yourself again, and then pick another pile. This one is more lighthearted, more fun. So let's see what the universe has in store for us. And you can find the timestamps in the description box down below. If you like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop also in the description box down below. So before we get started, the questions that we'll be asking the universe after you've picked a pile is, did you have a past life with them? If so, when and where? What did you guys experience in that past life? What promises did you make to one another? And how is your past life affecting your current relationship in this lifetime? All right, so with that, we will get started with your reading. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a past life reading. If you already listened to the intro, then let's keep going with your reading. If you haven't, I do recommend that you listen to the intro just because for this past life reading, you need to think of someone else because the question that we're asking is, did you have a past life with them? If you haven't done so already, go back to the beginning. If you already did it, let's get started on your reading. So group number 1, did you have a past life with this person? The first card that comes up is this one, Star Keeper. Yes, you guys have actually had multiple past lives, but the one that's coming up as of right now is during the time of the Egyptians. I do not get a romantic feeling. You guys were more like best friends during that time. This is not a karmatic relationship, if that's what you're asking right now. This lifetime that I'm able to see, you guys were good friends, you guys knew each other, grew up, and were like lifetime friends, known each other for so many years, your families knew each other for so many generations, and you guys were honestly really close, very loving past life, very loving friendship. I really do not feel any type of romance in this current past life. What did you guys experience during this time? You guys experience many things, wars, you guys experience life changes. You saw this person evolve, become important, and you kind of felt like you were left behind. For this past life, group number 1, I really feel like your friend was moving up towards the status quo, moving up to higher positions. They were priestess. They were someone really important during ancient Egyptian times. And they always made sure to make time for you. But as they became more famous, but not really famous, it's more like important, more diplomatic, more involved with the pharaohs and administration, things like that, you felt like you were falling behind. You felt like you were losing your friend and you were worried about them because there was so much happening, so much political things in which you felt like your friend's life was in danger and you were just left out of it and you couldn't support them. This is really the past life that I'm feeling. I wish I could give you more of a timeline, but I mean, general readings for a big group, I can't really pinpoint because every person's past life is different, but this is the general kind of energy and time that everyone who picked for group number 1 was experiencing. But yes, your friend was moving up, becoming more successful, becoming more prosperous and abundant, and you just felt like you were losing an emotional connection to them. However, they thought you were envious of them when that wasn't the case. You were just missing your best friend. You were missing your emotional support. You were missing the little things, while your friend was thinking, well, if I give you more gifts, if you see my lavish life, it should be enough. But no, you wanted that one-on-one time, not like, oh yeah, my friend is someone famous. No, that's really where kind of like the trouble started with you guys, the disconnects, and there's like this feeling of abandonment really coming from your end. Group number one, you felt abandoned by this person because this person was everything for you, something very like transformative and very just loving for you, and your friend was just kind of thinking that you were envious and jealous that they moved all the way up and you were falling behind. But in reality, like I said, you were missing the emotional connection, the friendship that you guys had before all of these changes happened. Now, what promises do you guys make to one another is the void. So the promises that you guys made for one another in this lifetime, group number one, you guys fell apart. You guys, like I said, were feeling very abandoned by this person, and this person kept doing their own things, which caused a lot of conflict, a lot of drama and stress in their lives. This isn't to mean that you should be like, oh yeah, they should have listened to me. No, everyone has their own free will and is allowed to do what they feel is right for them. But group number one, the promises that you guys made is to one another is to understand that each of you have your own free will. You guys remember who you will be in future lives, but there isn't really a karmatic relationship between you guys. There are no debts between you guys. It's really more the understanding and the acceptance that change is constant between you and this person, and change is inevitable. So therefore, the promises that you guys made is to allow one another to be the version that they want to be in these lifetimes, to allow the creation, to allow the change to happen, and to support one another through each different step and change along the way. Now, how is this past life affecting your current relationship? Group number one is this is a learning relationship. What that means is, because of the promise you guys made to support one another, accept that they will be changing, that evolving is natural, and that you guys will support the free will choices that each of you guys made in this current life. How it's affecting you is, you, because of that fear of abandonment, you want to control at least a relationship or them, or you just want assurance that they're never going to leave you and you're always going to have them. Because of this, you have a lot of control issues, and probably these control issues stem from other past lives, but also from your childhood. Group number one, how your past life is affecting your current life is that you're not allowing them to expand the way they want to. They probably feel controlled, or you're just always giving unsolicited advice. Group number one, you made a promise that you guys will honor each other's life choices and routes that they choose. So you have to understand that only they know what's best for them, and you know what's best for yourself. You guys can talk, understand, listen to one another, and bring compromise into your lives. But at the end of the day, group number one, the past life of abandonment is bringing up this fear of abandonment in this life, but also bringing up your control issues. So it is important for you to really just let go and honor that change is inevitable. And if they're going to change into someone that you can't keep into your life, don't try to force it, let them go. And if they change into someone you can keep in your life, honor them, respect them, and trust that that change is true and valid. So that is your past life reading with the other person that you were thinking about. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click that notification button so you can be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Well, thank you so much for group number one for your time. And until next time, bye bye. Hi, group number two. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a past life reading. I hope you listened to the intro. If you didn't, go back to that intro because you needed to think of a person before you picked a pile. So if you listened to the intro, let's get started on your reading. So, group number two. Did you have a past life with this person? And if so, when? So the first card that comes up for you is Forge, Do Not Flow. So, group number two, yes, you had a past life, and this past life was in like northern China with this person. Unfortunately, the time is not coming to me, but time is non existent, especially in past lives, because past lives are currently happening at the moment, as well as your future life. It's all a spiral type of timeline. So, all I can tell you, it is in northern China and province areas, so I guess the farmlands, but that's as much as I can get to where. But yes, you and this person definitely had a past life together in northern China. Now, what did you guys experience in this past life? We have Loosen Your Grip. Group number two, this is a karmatic relationship of the person that you are thinking about. You guys were dependent on one another, like codependent. You guys, it was very toxic in that lifetime. A lot of push and pull, fearful avoidant type of thing. When one was ready, the other one wasn't. But in all honesty, group number two, that past life, you guys were not meant to be in each other's life for too long. And that's what you did not understand in that past life. You wanted to make sure that you guys could stay a lifetime together, and that was not what's supposed to be. This person was supposed to step into your life, give you that push, that cataclysm, help you realize your worth and what you are capable of, and then walk away. However, group number two, it wasn't about that for you. And it probably was because of cultural systemic beliefs back then, where if you got involved with someone, it was for a lifetime. And group number two, that really created the toxicity. That the relationship was beautiful. This definitely feels more romantic for a majority of group number two. You can also say it's also what I'm feeling for some of you, a parent child relationship where you had an abusive parent, where you were the one taking care of the parent and they were filled with addictions, not being stable, and not just supporting you, group number two. So because there's two energies for this one, majority, like I said, is a romantic relationship, but for another one, it's a like maybe 10% of the people that picked group number two, it's a toxic relationship between a parent and a child in this past life in northern China. Now, what you guys experienced, like I said, at the beginning was supportive. It was great. It was loving. You know, you were growing in a like nurturing environment, and then in the romantic aspect, it's run its course and they were supposed to leave. In the parent-child dynamic, they actually got into addiction and lost it, and the addiction came because of a loss of a spouse or a family member that pushed them to the addiction, and it just went into a codependent relationship. Very toxic, very endangering, especially for you in both lives. And it seems as though like you guys are kind of going to repeat this because it feels like a karmatic relationship in this lifetime. And please know that karmatic relationships can be any kind of relationships. It doesn't just have to be romantic. So you're really going to learn a lot about yourself and this person in this lifetime, group number two. Now, what promises did you guys make to one another in this lifetime? Group number two, we have inner earth. So what that means is the promise that you guys made to one another is for each of you to know yourselves within very deeply. So, what that means is with this experience of this life and this relationship, it is to push you and help you know who you are inside out and how to be assertive, how to reclaim your power, how to be, independent and know that you're worthy of greatness. Group number two, the other promise that I have that I'm getting in right now is that to know that although all of the toxicity in that past life happened, they truly did love you, but it was okay for you to let them go. And the best choice in that past life would have been for you to let them go. However, you couldn't and you didn't, and that is okay. Just make sure that you're not making that same mistake in this life. Now, how is your past life affecting your current relationship? Group number two. We have Child of Cosmos. Group number two, like I said, this is a karmatic relationship. It's a relationship where you are here to deal with the codependent behaviors. You're here to learn about yourself. You are here to realize your worth and really just let go and have faith in God, have faith in the universe about what's coming next into your life. But group number two, the relationship that you currently have with this person, if it is not toxic, that is beautiful, that is great. Make sure that you don't get lost in that relationship and become codependent, because the moment you do, then that is when you start playing the karmatic relationship with this person again, like you did in that past life. Now, if you are already in this relationship and it's toxic and it's just very chaotic, please know that you have the power within yourself and your support system outside to walk away from this relationship. But how is this playing is that this relationship is bringing up your insecurities, is bringing up your codependent behaviors, and it's bringing up your savior complex. Group number two, it is not your responsibility to save this person. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself and honor your needs. And if this person is just repeating these same cycles, let them go. Loosen your grip and move forward with your life, because you're a child of the cosmos. You're intelligent and the universe lies within you. Your truth lies within you. And that is what this relationship is here to remind you, that by yourself, on your own, you are enough. And having other positive relationships is just like a cherry on top. But for this specific person that you thought about, group number two, it is important for you to be aware of the dynamics that you guys are playing. If you guys are playing savior complex or the victim card, things like that, please be aware. And if this relationship is not toxic in this current lifetime, make sure that you don't lose yourself so that you can keep this relationship as a healthy balance and undo that karma. Also know by letting go, you undo the karma, but also by standing your ground, honoring each other, and not allowing it to become toxic, that also undoes the karma. So there's multiple ways to allow the karma to be done. You just have to be smart about it and make sure that you don't choose, the one that makes you suffer the most because you think that's the best way to go. Honor your feelings, honor your needs, and trust what they're telling you is their truth. Their actions speak louder than words, okay? Remember that, group number two. I will end your reading here. I hope this reading helped. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. Click that notification button so you can be notified of each new video I upload. And I guess that is it. Until next time, group number two. Bye-bye. Hi, group number three. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a past life reading. If you haven't listened to the intro, go ahead and go back to the beginning. If you already did and thought of your person before picking this pile, then let's get started on your reading. All right, group number three. Did you know this person in a past life? So yes. You guys did know each other in the past lives, and this was in the Peru Inca civilization time. You guys lived in Peru together. You guys were part of the Inca indigenous tribes, and this is a soulmate relationship. In this past life, it is a twin flame, loving relationship where you guys were destined to be in each other's lives, and you guys chose to be in each other's lives romantically in this life. Please know that when you have soulmates, you guys choose in each life whether you'll be romantic, platonic, or whatever it is that you guys need to be. But in this past life in particular, you guys were twin flames. You guys balanced each other out, and it was a romantic relationship. Now, what did you guys experience during this time? You guys experienced the magic of your beliefs and your religion. What that means is that you were a priestess and they were the masculine version of you. So, I'm not getting really like gender, but what I'm getting is that you guys experienced the universe. Both of you guys were very spiritually awakened, and you guys really helped each other complete one another. Not that you're not complete already, but what I mean is like you could finish each other's sentences, or if you guys were creating a creative project, it's like one had an idea, the other one will materialize it, the other person would have an idea, and you would materialize it. You guys really knew how to work with the universe. Like I said, you were a priestess, they were the masculine energy of you, and was able to materialize, take charge, and bring that into creation. I see that it was a very balanced relationship. There really wasn't too many problems. There was clear communication. Both of you guys were sensitive in the sense of your emotions. You could feel one another's emotions, kind of felt like telepathically, also energetically, as in like you guys knew what the other was thinking with just looks. It was like you guys were one. It was very interesting, very beautiful. But you guys experienced the whole lifetime together, going through the changes of life, death, seasons, everything. And you understood that time was infinite and that you guys would continue to meet one another in every single life. But in this life with the Incas, you guys were just here to help that civilization thrive, survive, and be able to hide from the conquistadores when they came and arrived to the Inca civilization back in the day. Now, what did you guys promise one another? Is that you guys are not for everyone. So, group number 3, the promise that you guys made was to support one another in your weirdness and to face your truth, to honor each other for who you are and to not try to change one another. The promise that you guys made was to support one another, listen to one another, and understand one another. It really is group number 3, just basically acceptance. You promise to accept each other for who you were in every step of your lifetimes. That is what you guys promise. Now, how is your past life affecting your current life? Group number 4. So it seems as though because of your past life, it was so harmonious. You guys were so in tune, so understanding. In this life, it seems as though you guys might be struggling with your communication and not really getting your point across, because there is this sense of knowingness that back in the day you guys were able to communicate with just feelings, with just like kind of in a way telepathically. How did you guys do that? I have no idea because they're not letting me know. But your past life, the way it's affecting you is that you guys are opposites, very big opposites in this lifetime. You guys are finding a happy medium, but you're being afraid of the fact that you guys are so different. You're like, the way society has made us believe of soulmates is that you guys are one, you guys are very alike, kind of like twinsies. But in this case, group number 4, you guys are very opposite, but that opposite energy complements one another. And it's not that opposites attract to the point where you clash and have arguments. No, it's the point where opposites really complement one another to bring new ideas, to bring new creations. And it is important for you to understand that maybe in this life it's not going to be romantic again, even though for 80% I feel like it is. For the other 20%, it's going to be more like a business partners. Like you guys came to create something together, and what you guys were creating in that past life, you want to make sure that you guys go throughout the world or throughout your community and get your point across. Community in this lifetime is very important for both of you guys, because you guys are here to spread your knowledge or at least help others in your community. That is very important. But the way that your past life is affecting this one is that for some, I feel like you guys are afraid that you guys are too different. But that's because in your past life, you guys had that clear communication. So what I would suggest in this life is to work on your communication and to honor one another for who they are, and don't try to control them, because in that difference, there's a lot of beauty. All right, group number 3, I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, click that notification button so you can be notified of each time I upload a new video. Well, group number 3, thank you so much for your time, and until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a past life reading. And basically, if you haven't listened to the intro, please go back and listen to that intro, because you needed to think of someone before picking a pile. So if you already thought of someone and you got to this pile, then let's get started with your reading. So group number 4. Did you know this person in a past life? Yes, you did. Group number 4, you guys were in England, the Stonehenge era. I'm not good with timelines, but all I know, it's in the Stonehenge era where they were using the stone hedges for their rituals, for their religion, very free-spirited. This really felt like a soulmate relationship, but when I mean soulmate, I mean soul group. As in, you and this person have had multiple lives already, but the one that we're gonna see today is the one where you lived by the Stonehenges and all of those ruins that are in that area. Now, what did you guys experience in this past life? We have remembrance. So group number 4, this is a plan. You guys have planned to meet each other in every life and really help one another in your growth, in your remembrance of who you are, and getting to your life's purpose, in completing it in each and every lifetime. You guys are very supportive of one another. You guys are very creative and are able to bounce off a lot of ideas. And that's what I'm getting that happened in that past life, but also is the same in this past life, group number 4. You guys are a soul family and are always destined to meet each other in every life. Now, what promises did you guys make? Group number 4 is a promise is to remember your feminine energy. That means your abilities to be psychic, channelers, creative, all of that kind of feminine energy, that deep love. You guys promised to help one another tap into that spiritual energy of transformation, that flow of chaos but growth, that flow of just creation. And in this past life, group number 4, like I said, you guys are soul families. But really what I'm getting is that you guys had a very beautiful relationship. It is not a karmatic relationship. You guys, like I said, the promise that you guys made was to love one another and to really help each other honor that feminine energy within them, within yourselves, but also support one another. Now, how is your past life affecting your current relationship? Group number 4 is Breath of Cosmos. Group number 4, you guys are really here to create, whether it is that in this life you choose to create a family, create a life together. You guys are learning how to create the life that you want. You are remembering the things that are you. And in the past life, because you guys were so free to be whoever you wanted to be when you needed to be, you guys were really an inspiration to others in that lifetime. Now, in this lifetime, it is important for both of you guys to let go of society norms and expectations, because that is what's holding you back from being the person that you also were in that past life. What I'm getting for you, group number 4, is that your presence and this person's presence is like a catalyst to other people that you meet or bump into. And because you guys were authentically yourselves in that past life. It's interesting because I'm not getting any genders or anything like that. So I really feel like you guys just flowed in that binary spectrum in that past life. And in this life, you have that option, but it's also what I'm getting, that in this life, you guys are really just here to be your authentic self and create and remember who you are without worrying about society norms. And the reason for that is by you embracing the feminine energy within yourself, you inspire others to do that. And you are here to remind people and the community and society that feminine energy is an important aspect, that taking care of yourself, nourishing others, it is important in order to maintain a healthy balance lifestyle. So that's what I'm getting for your reading, group number 4. I'm going to end this reading here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel and click that notification button so you can be notified of when I upload a new video. And if you'd like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Well, group number 4, thank you for your time. And until next time, bye-bye.